Welcome to the Northern Powerhouse interview series, where we're unashamedly spreading good news by interviewing Northern businesses and their successes during the pandemic. Subscribe to be notified of new interviews or click the link in the description to take part if you'd like to be interviewed yourself in a future episode.
Hi and welcome to Northern Powerhouses Business Success Stories. So today we have Nathan Swinson Bullough with us from ImageCo in Leeds. So thank you ever so much for giving us some time today, Nathan. We really appreciate it. Can I ask you to just start off by introducing yourself properly and telling us a little bit more about what you guys do and how you help your clients?
Yep, so I'm Nathan Swinson Bullough, Managing Director of ImageCo in Leeds. We specialise in wide format print, signage, retail display, exhibitions, events. We work with people like Adidas, the North Face. We've got full design through print and installation throughout the UK. So we're based around the UK and we do venture into Europe sometimes as well.
Amazing. Cool, good. So tell us a little bit more about how you help your clients, what kind of things you do for them.
So it's so varied. Sustainability is at our core of what we do. So we've got the sustainable side, so helping our clients become more eco-friendly, environmentally aware. A lot of the Adidas work is the work for JD around the country and into Europe. So things like light boxes, POS, a lot of outdoor signage. We're quite known for being that varied that it's difficult to sometimes explain. But we challenge ourselves in what we can do as well with the technology we've got. But like I say, sustainability is very much at the heart of our operations. And this last 2 years especially, we've been looking at alternatives for plastic and things like that, looking at more recycled materials. So recently we've launched a tree planting initiative with the Yorkshire Dales Millennium Trust, where we produce wallpaper that's made from recycled plastic bottles, and we offset the sale of that with the planting of trees with the Dales Trust. So there's lots to go and lots to think about. The exhibition and event side of the business has taken a turn for the worse since the pandemic started, but such is life.
Such is life. So, sort of moving on to the pandemic, the elephant in the room. Looking back over the course of the last 9 months, how has the pandemic affected your business specifically?
Well, it's massive. Right back in March, like I mentioned, the exhibition events just vanished off the edge of a cliff. That was cancelled. So we thought retail might kind of support us. That then disappeared. So ultimately, there was pretty much nothing in the factory. We furloughed pretty much everyone, apart from a few of us. But we didn't panic. We were kind of financially stable and we did see the light at the end of the tunnel. So instead, we turned our efforts to helping the NHS. So we looked at making and producing visors that we distributed all across the north to care homes, NHS. We started off we just had some spare material. We got a cutter, we tested it, we made it. And I reached out to my Facebook kind of audience and said, look, any of my nurse friends, would they like a mask? Would this help? And so I said, yeah. Soon afterwards, there were people saying, can I buy some for the NHS? I thought, this could be a bit messy. So we set up a charity page where the public could fund this page, which would then buy materials so we could make visors. In the end, we raised £5,700 and we distributed thousands and thousands of visors across not just the north, but down the south as well. And this morning we've just we've won an award from the British Sign Awards for, I think, going the extra mile for COVID.
Wow. Congratulations, you guys.
But yeah, so we didn't panic, and we reassessed everything. We built a new website with our team at Holster Market, and they literally kind of reinvented what we do. And then we looked at our energy and as well with sustainable side of things. So we've looking at renewable energy and how we could reduce our carbon footprint. So we just use the downtime to be really constructive and keep positive throughout. So. But we did pick up work eventually, like a lot of social distancing, graphics, things like that. The signage side of things, the outdoor signage really picked up. In fact, our signage development manager, I think he had his record year on rebrands.
Wow.
His work's been really crucial to what we do, but a lot of work as well. And things I did pick up November, December. I think we were 35% down on the turnover from the year before. So hopefully we came back in January thinking, it's going to be good. And then there you go. Cheers, Boris. Off we go again. We're currently just we're keeping busy. We've got inquiries through for like March now for retail opening up. There's some nice little projects in the pipeline, but we're very, very quiet. But like I say, we're not panicking.
No, it certainly sounds like you've put a positive spin on everything so far, which is fantastic. Yeah. So what was your reaction to the third lockdown? You guys came back after Christmas full of like, right, come on, let's hit the ground running.
Yeah.
How did you react?
I stared at the TV for like 2 hours when Boris announced that. I'd literally wrote a really motivational email to staff saying what the plans we had for this year. Like we're getting the solar installed soon, that's going ahead. New materials we've got on the sustainability front, so that was going to be big. So I came back before the lockdown thing, really, really looking forward to getting back. And then that happened, and then it did hit hard. And I kind of woke up in the morning and thought, you know what, I've got my health. Let's just do this and see what we can do again. Thankfully, the furlough's a godsend for us, which I think it is for everyone.
Yeah.
But like I said, we don't panic, and we get creative. We're looking at a lot of new things in the background. We've just launched an antimicrobial laminate we've just been made a health science partner with a company called DryTac. So we're the UK's first health science partner. So with that, we saw like infection prevention as a key area this year. After what's happened, so we're looking at kind of covering surfaces with this protective film that we can combine in like schools, for example, with print and creativity. Yeah. So we've got engaging things for the kids while keeping them safe. So there's just little things, we've got to keep busy. I can't not just sit around and feel sorry for myself. I've got to keep going and try and hopefully drive everyone else as well.
It sounds like you're doing a really good job.
Trying.
I mean, what do you think the biggest issue is that you guys have managed to overcome as a team?
The biggest issue, obviously, the financial side of things. We're in a good place, so it's not really an issue. We can't afford for this to go on for too long. But yeah, I think just that and keeping the staff motivated, it's difficult because a lot of them, there isn't enough work for everyone. I've had to kind of jump onto the machines at the beginning and kind of the design studio and do a little bit. But it's just, it's keeping staff engaged. And I know they have got a lot of anxieties. So we do need to, we've been a bit guilty. We've not really updated them as such, but we know we've had a few messages saying, really sorry, we sometimes forget that you are at home and you are worrying. So I think that's the main thing, is just the convincing the staff that things are okay. I've been getting my texts off some of the guys, so do I need to worry? And I said, when I worry, you worry, and I'm not worried. So until that day, and I'm not going to let this ain't going to defeat us. No chance. I won't let it. There's so many things that we can do out there and to keep positive and new. We're looking at new technology. We've got some new print kit coming soon, which is exciting. So I'll fight until the death, and hopefully we'll get through it. And to not make any redundancies will be a massive achievement for us. And I'm fighting like hell to make sure that happens. So
fantastic. How are the team adapted? You've got obviously some guys. You said you've got some guys off on furlough. You've got a few guys in the office right now. I can hear in the office right now. So how are they adapting? How are they coping?
They've been amazing, every one of them. When they're called upon, we've got flexi furlough, so one day they might be in, one day they might be out.
Yeah.
With the sales team are working from home, and then the other guys are just like 1 week in. And to get a message saying I'm really looking forward to coming back, and so please unfurlough me. It says a lot about the team. We've got a really driven team, and the whole team ethic of everyone being here. It's sometimes why I say it when I need to concentrate, and these guys are having a laugh. I don't want to be miserable, but I just like. It's nice that you're laughing, but I want to concentrate. But we've got the team's great from top to bottom, and even our the warehouse guys, and we are one big family who like to support each other. So yes, they've been helpful, and even the sales guys, when we started making the masks, I was calling them in. They were going on the machines, spending 6-7 hours just cutting out the visors to help. So yeah, the best, one of the best in the industry.
Oh, it says a lot for your culture and for your team ethic, for everybody to just be like, right, let's get all our hands on pumps and do for the cause. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
and what about you as a leader? How have you had to adapt?
I find myself being better in a crisis. You know, if it sounds daft, but if we're really busy and everything's going well, I sometimes kind of don't take it for granted, but I step back a little bit. But when something's going wrong, that's when I lift the game and try and sort it out, which is what happened with the masks and things, you know. And I try to stay positive. I can't, like I said before, I can't deal with negativity. There's no point. You know, the only thing that's important to me is health and everyone else's health. So when that becomes an issue, then there's a problem. And until that point, then we just stay positive, get creative, to find time to test things and do things and create new things, which we've got. And there's so much going on that's going to be good this year on the back of it. And again, I mentioned the CO2 reduction, the solar power, the solar energy. It's massive, and we're starting to get known for that. So the negative of the COVID impact has kind of made a good business case for us, because we've had time to sit back and reflect. So hopefully the guys get my message of positivity, and that's all I can do. I can't possibly do any more. But I'll be glad when I sit back and I can go to Italy for a few weeks. But even when I'm away, I'm always thinking in fact, I was sat in Italy when I came up with the tree planting idea. I just sat with a glass of wine. I thought, I know, we'll do this, and now that's happening. So it's nice to see it all come into. And I think the guys know the energy I've got, even though sometimes I'm not hands-on, but they know what I'm doing in the background, trying to make things change and, you know, do things positive.
Amazing. So, I mean, it sounds like you've got so many positive things going on. Tell us a bit about the wins that you've had, because you've clearly had some wins through what has been, you know, a tough period.
Yeah, well, just particularly during now. I mean, obviously that award's a massive thing, but
massive.
We didn't do it for that.
No.
And, you know, we wanted to do what we could to help, and just to be able to help is really important. And, you know, it's not really a big thing. And the wins, I guess, I don't know, just the whole reinvention of what we're doing and assessing and just improving. And like I say, we did make one guy redundant, but he'd only just joined us, and he was there to help pack all the retail work. But because that stopped, there was no job for him, so we had to let him go.
Yeah.
But to keep the rest of the team, as we are, I know a lot in our industry have let people go. That should kind of just be there and come through this with a full team intact would be the biggest win.
Absolutely. So with all the sort of the changes that you've made and the way that you guys have adapted and whatnot during this time, what do you think you'll keep doing that has become sort of an adaptation because of the pandemic? What changes have you made that you're going to keep hold of?
I think the biggest thing is probably the sustainability side of things, because we've had time to step back and kind of look, because what we've in the past, traditionally the print industry is full of like PVCs and plastics, but it's really given us opportunity to address like things, even packaging. You know, when I've finished with the materials that we print on, we've got a full alternative portfolio for that, which we've been looking at for the last couple of years. But more so now, we've really had a chance to kind of get down and test that. But like things such as biodegradable packaging and just having that time to go down and look, we're using a lot of bubble. And, you know, you think sometimes you don't always, because you're so busy, you don't think of all this going on. So then you suddenly find yourself time to start looking for alternatives and the other day we packed a job and it was all packed in card and biodegradable wrap. And then I've also changed my car to an electric car, and I drove off from doing that in the electric car, and I just felt a massive sense of change from, you know, just, and that was a nice feeling. So that, I think that's going to really drive change for us, is the sustainable side of the business.
Amazing. If you could go back knowing what you know now, is there anything that you guys would have done sooner, do you think?
What, in terms of the pandemic itself?
In terms of sort of the, you know, how you've changed, the way you operate, you know, is there anything that you would have done sooner?
I think one thing that's been highlighted is working from home, and still now some of the guys, the desktop based here.
Yeah.
So I think in hindsight, everyone would have been able to work remotely, apart from the machine operators. But some of the staff, like the snow last week, that nobody could get in. Yeah. And some guys could work at home with laptops, but some of the guys have their desk here. So that, I think, just having that whole flexibility to be able to work remotely quicker would have been a big, you know, beneficial to us. But Absolutely. Still we're a little bit behind with that. Apart from that, I don't think we could have reacted any quicker to what we did. We got creative with all our products and like the COVID safety products, all that type of stuff. We were actually very quick with that. I said to be careful just with how you market this. We don't want to profiteer from it, but the advisor thing was charitable, and so we were very careful of it. But I think we've done everything right. Maybe I should run for president.
I think you should, you know.
Prime Minister, should I say?
So, I mean, what are you guys looking forward to most as we start to see a little bit, hopefully, of a light at the end of the tunnel? What are you guys looking forward to most as a team, as a company, as a business?
Postponed Christmas party. It's happening. We should have had a 20th anniversary party as well, so we've got two parties that are going to be the biggest parties we've ever had. But no, on a serious note, looking for just work picking back up and everyone getting back in. You know, like I said before, the guys at home are a little bit worried and trying to keep them reassured. Yeah. But it's only my word. You know, I can't. If it doesn't change, I can't change it. But we will fight to the very end to make sure that they do come back and we do have the work. So, but yeah, just getting back to normal. The long hours and the work piling. We have that other stress. At 1 minute, you're stressing there's no work. Then we have a stress that, oh my God, how are we going to do all this?
I'm going to do it all.
So yeah, just normality will be gratefully received with a few pints thrown in.
Definitely. Do you envisage that as a challenge moving forward? You know, what I was wanting to ask was, you know, what challenges do you sort of foresee as we come into this new normal? You know, and is that's suddenly going from one extreme to another, the worrying about not having enough work to the overwhelm? Do you see that as being a challenge for you guys to overcome?
We're used to it in the past. You know, we work 24/7 sometimes. It's all hands on deck, and we are getting new technology. The one worry is with work, with certain areas falling off, that work becomes more competitive and prices driven right down. We are finding that some of the projects we would have done in the past, they're now going out to not a tender, but, you know, looking at us.
Yeah.
People, some of our competitors are almost buying work, which we've never done. No, you know, we need to make profit, as does anyone. But we're finding prices have been driven really low, so that could be a factor. But we've got the team, you know, like I said before, we've got some of the best in the industry, and that generally are. So we've got that service, that level of service and products, plus all the sustainable side of things to keep us. You know, if you want to use us guys, where we pitch yourself as wanting to be the best, and that's where we're not going to get into a price war. But unfortunately, that's out of our control. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Cool. So here's a trickier question for you. So as an MD and as a leader of the team, what have you learned the most about you during all this?
About me? Good question. I am quite proud of myself, to be fair. I've realised that I do perform better in a crisis than I do normally. I can get a bit lazy, but when things, you know, when the shit hits the fan, so to speak, I do step it up and I take control.
Amazing. And what does the future hold for you guys? What's coming next?
Yeah, some things I can't speak about just yet.
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, there's lots going off. We're looking at further tree planting initiatives. A new machine's coming in a few weeks. There's lots going off. We're looking at new products for events side of things when that picks up. Like I said, the antimicrobial film, that's going to be a big thing. There's loads of little things, but again, we don't want to be pitched ourselves as just sustainable and just this, just that. We've got our bread and butter stuff, so we just need to get back to normal soon.
The sooner the better. Well, listen, Nathan, thank you so much for chatting with us. And it's great to spend time chatting with people that are so positive and that have taken this situation and spun it on its head and, you know, given something back and taken as many positives and wins from it as they possibly could, which you guys absolutely hands down have done. So thank you so much for spending some time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for asking me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Nathan. Take care.
You too.
Thanks for watching. What was your takeaway from today's interview? Please post it in the comments below and subscribe for all our upcoming videos, or click for the next video here.